Okay, so today it is a mix of word file and many other things because we had to translate it from the original Hindi as well. So let's start with first what Baba had to say with the Caribbean, the Trinidad group, the Guyana group. So first is Trinidad. Having come to the land of blessings, you've made yourself complete with many blessings. Madhuban is the place to fill your aprons through earning and income. To come to Madhuban means to apply a stamp of giving yourself the rights of the present and the future. Present is Swarajya Adhikari, future is Vishwarajya Adhikari. So this is the Trinidad group where Babdada is addressing the importance of Madhuban. The method to become one with all the rights is to let go of the dependency on Maya. So you are those with all the rights, aren't you? Acha, so after Trinidad, then Baba goes to Guyana. This we have copied and pasted from the Hindi, so it's like in this word format. Sorry, it will be a small font. So let's see. Guyana group, Bapdada sees each one as being seated on the heart throne. When a child is very much loved or is especially beloved, long lost and now found child, in Hindi we call, in Sindhi actually it's called Sikhi Ladhe. Meethe Meethe Sikhi Ladhe, a beloved, long lost, and now found child. He's not allowed to place his feet on the ground or in the mud. So too, Bapdada doesn't allow the beloved children to come down from the throne and keeps them seated there. Is there any place more elevated than this, than Bapdada's heart throne, Dil Takht? So you constantly stay there, don't you? You do not come down, do you? Since there is no other place, then can the feet of your intellect remain anywhere else? Remembrance means to be seated on the heart throne. Babdada sees the constantly yogi children as those who are constantly with him. You're easy yogis, aren't you? You do not find anything difficult to you, no matter what situation comes, even if it is one of upheaval. As soon as you say Baba, you become unshakable. So all of us have experienced that the word Baba is a word of strength. It makes us unshakable, immovable, immortal, everything. Achal, Adol, Ekras, which means concentrated and stable. So how much time does it take to say Baba? You begin to have the thoughts about the situation. And so for the duration of time that you have the thoughts of that situation, you find it difficult. But if instead of thinking of the reason, you begin to think of the solution, the reason will become the solution. So wonderful. Baba is saying that the reason will become the solution. I'm just trying to see whether we can increase the font for you all. Yeah. Okay. There are no adverse situations in front of Brahmins because you all are Master Almighty authorities. Those situations are not even like ants in front of them. What simply happens is that when any such situation comes in front of you, at that time you spend your time going into the reason for that situation. All of us know, we just use a word, why this happened, why is it happening to me? We have opened the wrong door. We've opened the gate for Maya. Why did it happen? How did it happen? Instead of this, think that there is benefit in whatever happened. Service is merged in it and it will change. It may have the form of a circumstance, but by thinking that service is merged within it, and by looking at it in this way, you will remain constantly unshakable. So, what transformation will you bring about now in Madhuban before you go back? It is to be constantly complete and to have no complaints. Beautiful English words. Only I need to have the thought of becoming complete, no complaints. The result so far is good. Now, very quickly try and spread the sound everywhere because there is now still time. But later you'll have the desire, but the circumstances would be such that you won't be able to do it. And we know COVID has taught us that. And this Murli is a member of 1978. So many years ago, Baba had said that, almost 40 years ago. Therefore, as quickly as possible, be the one who tours around and continue to give the message and sow the seeds. You're lucky that according to the drama, you're able to be an instrument to do service through your life, words, deeds in all ways, and you can be that in the future too. Everyone should be able to see you as an embodiment of knowledge in every deed, Gyan Sarup in every action. So keep this special aim because actions automatically draw everyone's attention. Practical actions work like a board. As soon as they see an action, everyone's attention is drawn to as to who it was who taught such actions. So we are known by our actions. People see what we are doing, what we are thinking they can't see. Our action is also our words. So what we speak and what we do is seen. That is Baba saying like a board, because that is visible. So now what newness will you bring about? Will you become a lighthouse? While in one place, spread light everywhere so that no one complains that there was a lighthouse so close to them and yet they didn't receive any light. Acha, so Lighthouse, Might House, Baba is also addressing London. London, Mauritius, Hong Kong, and Australia. These are the four groups also we'll see at the end. Baba is addressing them as well. So this was Guyana. We finished Trinidad. Now it's the German group. Babdada likes quality. Even if the quality is good, then the quantity would be created. So Baba used to always say the air souls, the air quality souls should be created. Quality or quantity will automatically come. So continue to make effort because success is your birthright. Some special karma or action definitely has to take place in the land of Germany. You all know the Germany, the main in charge is still now Didi Sudesh. A lot of effort she's put in for Seva over there. There are special persons in the land of Germany out of which even one can glorify the name a lot. There are hidden jewels in Germany. Spread the sound everywhere and they will emerge. You worked very well so far. So now spread the sound everywhere even more. Keep the aim that next year you definitely have to bring a group of air quality souls with you. If you have the aim, there'll definitely be success. Acha, now put aside all other thoughts and just have this one thought that I am victorious every cycle. Victory is my birthright. Vijay hamara janam sid adhikar hai. Then there'll be success after success. You have the thought and you achieve the success. It starts with the thought, Baba is saying. Therefore, don't think too much. Make plans, but remain as light as a lotus. Think, do, and finish. Don't keep thinking, thinking, and overthinking. The more you just stay with one thought, the better the touchings you will continue to have. This is what Baba always says, that have a plain intellect. Then only you can make plans. Plain and plan. Let your intellect be so receptive and plain just in the remembrance of the one. Yes, obviously, when you have to make a plan, one thought has to be created, but not thought after thought after thought, overthinking. So, just one thought with determination, surrender it to Baba, get the appropriate touching, and you will be definitely victorious. See, when you have too many thoughts, the original help that you were to receive from the Father becomes mixed up. And so just have this one thought that I am Baba's and Baba is mine. I am an instrument. And with this thought, you will definitely achieve success. Be the one who tours around, and a very beautiful bouquet will be prepared. It does not matter if there isn't the quantity, but the land of Germany is such that even if one soul or one such soul emerges, the name will be glorified. So Baba understands the limitation in foreign lands, that it's not easy to get quantity souls as we have in India. But even if a few souls, air quality souls, are ready, you can glorify Baba's name. So we finished Germany as well. We'll first cover Canada and Leicester. Canada, how many jewels have those from Canada emerged? Again, Baba, same thing. Even if there isn't quantity, at least there is quality. Since a garland of lamps can be created from one lamp, at least there are this many lamps of you, right? Therefore, each one of you should feel that you have to give Baba's message to many and prepare a rosary. Give anyone who comes into contact with you Baba's message, and someone or the other will definitely emerge. Don't lose courage that no one is emerging. Someone will definitely emerge. Because some lands give fruit a little late, whilst other lands give fruit early. So it depends on the dharni, the land. But just start sowing the seeds. Therefore, according to the drama, wherever you are an instrument for service, there is definitely a jewel there, a hidden jewel. Baba says, Gupt Ratan hai. And this is why you have become an instrument there. So don't worry, oh, why am I an instrument here? There's no service, no one is coming out. You keep doing, because sometime or the other, a jewel will definitely arise. Have a powerful aim that now you have to give the proof of service. Then, with this effort, you will definitely achieve success. Let's see what Baba has to say to Leicester Group. Leicester is an it's a county in England. It's actually a lot of Gujaratis over there, full Indian community, particularly Gujaratis. So there's a lot of at the moment as we speak, it's Sister Indu there. She's instrumental. You constantly swing in the swing of supersensuous joy, don't you? With the awareness of now that you have found Baba, you have found everything. You automatically swing in supersensuous joy. There is total ignorance of sorrow. There is no name or trace of sorrow. Just as in the future, you will be ignorant of sorrow and peacelessness, which is Ichhamatram Avidya, or there is Avidya of what is the trace of sorrow or what is the trace of ignorance that is in the golden age, always swinging in supersensuous joy. So, just as in the future you will experience that, so even now you have to experience the world of sorrow and peacelessness to be another world for you at the confluence. See, those people, the Lokik people, belong to the Iron Age, whereas you belong to the Confluence Age. So, one who belongs to the Confluence Age cannot have any name or trace of sorrow or peacelessness. One feels mercy on seeing someone unhappy. You have experienced sorrow for a long, long period of time, and therefore now the Confluence Age is the time to stay in supersensuous joy. We've seen a lot. 63 birds have gone, having a lot of sorrow and peacelessness. You will not have this experience in the golden age. Take benefit according to the time. So, what's the meaning here? Baba is saying initially he said supersensuous joy, atindriya sukh gayan hai of the golden age. But according to Baba, confluence age is the time when we can have supersensuous, because why is this so important? The confluence, much more important than golden age, because here we have Baba's company. And Baba's company, Saath and Haath, will give us this experience of supersensuous joy. So, therefore, take benefit according to the time. It is the season for experiencing supersensuous joy. So, if you don't experience this in the season, then when will you experience it? If not now, never. As Mama used to say, abhi nahi to kabhi nahi. Baba's remembrance itself is the swing. Continue to swing in this swing. बाबा की याद ही हमारे लिए झूला है. Do not come down from it. Leicester has a higher number in service, as I told you, because wherever there are Indians, a majority of Indian community is settled abroad. The service swells up. It goes very fast because it's the traditional Indian community there who understand the Gyan much more than the foreigners. Leicester is also praised very well in the UK. You're merciful in that you also are making your equals move forward. Up Saman Banana, you're making them move forward. Kumars, Kumaris, couples are all increasing in numbers. The result is good, but now increase it further. Increase the numbers to such an extent that wherever you look, you only see Brahmins. Right? So Baba was saying, Brahmins, Brahmins, and only Brahmins. And really, this Bhumi, this land has got this blessing. There are really so many Brahmins. After London in UK, the GCH Global Cooperation House and the Oxford, the next quantity wise is Leicester. So after finishing Leicester, now let's take a turn and move on to the remaining four. As I said, Mauritius, London, Hong Kong, and Australia. These were missing to be translated, so we have translated. And remember, this is Google Translate, so apologies if there is a little bit up and down, because 90% translation is good, but then we'll try to understand the context. If there's anything missing in the English language translation, we'll try to cover it up, and we'll try to simultaneously see any Hindi version. I have the Hindi version as well. We'll see. We have around 10-15 more minutes. So let's, from there, we are moving to Mauritius now. So Baba is saying, do you consider yourself filled with all the attainments by the Father himself? Just as the Father is the ocean. Ocean means to be complete. Do you consider yourself to be complete? If you're not prosperous, then Maya will keep attacking us in some form or the other. So the main aim to remain away from Maya is remind ourselves, be complete with all your attainments. Complete means victory over Maya. It is not a matter of becoming conqueror of Maya only at the confluence. It will not be in Satyu. At the confluence, you can become conqueror Mayajit. Mayajit is the title of the present time. It has to be experienced now. The more dedication, the more trouble free. It is like, I think these two words are slightly different. Let me just see what they are. Yeah, so it is Baba saying, if I look at Mauritius, Mayajit is your present title, and that's what you can experience now. Jitni lagan utna nirvighan. So the more you have lagan, connection, love for Baba, that much you can become obstacle free. Right? So then we move on to Hong Kong. The word dedication is laganya. So Baba is saying, do you have this same love and dedication? And what is that? To awaken your fellow beings, which means hamjins is mentioned in Hindi. Is this your only desire, to thread the rosary of your estranged family? Bichre hue parivar is your estranged family. So Baba is saying you should now have this desire to create the rosary of all the lost ones from your family. Apart from this, whatever else you did was just for the sake of yourself. You now have to become detached and lovable while living in the worldly world is basically a very wrong translation. It's, as I said, it's a Google Translate. You have to live in the world, a Lokik world, be detached, Nyara and Pyara. We have to make peace with Brahmins and also make peace with the ignorant souls. This way, you have to remain completely above water, like a lotus amongst mud, in terms of sambandh sampark, contact and relationship. So, just make sure you're not getting affected by Lokik and Alaukics as well. Then Baba is asking, is there a situation where there's a little bit of attachment still left? So, the way to become a destroyer of attachments is to not understand that that's your responsibility. So, try to understand this sentence. The way to become Nashto Moha, destroyer of attachments, is by simply having the thought that this is not my responsibility. I am a trustee. All this is Baba's responsibility. If you understand it to be your responsibility, then you become attached. To give up responsibility means to become Nashto Moha, destroyer of attachments. Therefore, consider yourself to be a child, not an adult. To consider yourself to be a child means, let me just go what it is I need to see. Yes, here it is, Hong Kong. So खुद बच्चा समझना, बच्चा समझने से बाप की याद स्वतः आएगी. So you'll automatically have easy remembrance of Baba if you consider yourself to be a child. And which then, if you would have considered yourself to be big, to be an adult, you would have forgotten the father. I don't know, this is just a typing mistake. It has come as infatuated with destruction. Well, the land of Hong Kong is not less, it is a fruitful land, a dharni which has a lot of fruits and can bear many fruits. And again, if I could remind you that when I speak of Hong Kong, Hong Kong was one of the first places where service started. People don't know that. And again, that is because of a lot of Sindhis who were there, the Sindhi families. So, particularly from Mumbai and Pune and all those places, the metros in India now. So, the rich Sindhi families, they went and settled there abroad. So, it was Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Singapore. These are the three places where service started. Jayanti Didi shares this very often. And it didn't start in a very big way. There were not many quantity souls, but again, quality souls. They used to start reading Murlis in their houses. So, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore, where Jayanti Didi served, even Shilu Didi was invited and she started her service. And another place where it started was the Caribbean, which we said, the Trinidad, Tobago, Guyana. These are also the places where Meera Didi of Malaysia, Shilu Didi, and Jayanti Didi were the ones who started. Each one of them stayed 6 months to 1 year and the service started. So Hong Kong, is Baba's also saying, is not less. It's a fruitful land and can bear many fruits. So just now come on the stage as Shakti Sena and Mahavirnis. Always keep playing this inexhaustible treasure of happiness that you have received. Na khutne wala avinashi khushi ka khazana. And show the return of remembrance by making it memorable. That's what Baba is saying to Hong Kong. So finish Mauritius, Hong Kong, then come to London. Baba is saying the same things. Do you consider yourself always a lighthouse and a might house? So, what's the duty of lighthouse? To bring many souls from darkness to light. So, do each one of you feel yourself to be a lighthouse? Like the father, like the child. Mm. So, as is the father, so is the child. The father is the giver of the child, which is the father's business. So, every child has to have the same goal that we too have to become a giver. So, what's Baba's business? To keep giving. So, I, the child, also have to become similar to Baba. The souls who reach the land of blessings can become instruments for the welfare of the world. Do you feel that you have reached that blessed land? Which is the blessed land? Vardhani Bhumi Madhuban. So, what do newbies think? Such is the fate of those who have come to this land from abroad. Till now, devotees sing about such a fortune that when they get such a fortune, they feel themselves to be lucky. The father makes every child higher than himself. That is why the child is also called the crown prince, right? Because Baba is making us into such crown princes. He even makes us higher than himself. So, do you consider yourself to be such a crowned prince? Are you not afraid of Maya? You are also the one who gives birth to Maya. How? When you are weak, you would give birth to Maya. If you are not weak, Maya would not take birth. So don't give birth to Maya, don't panic. The blessing of becoming a conqueror of Maya has been received from the Father at the confluence age. You feel that we are from the previous Kalpa, right? We are the ancestor souls, the Purvaj souls. When we remember that we are from the previous Kalpa, then what did we do in the previous Kalpa? If you remember that, what you did that, then you are victorious in every Kalpa that you are victorious, then nothing will seem big. It will seem very, very easy. And now we take a direct jump, starting with Mauritius, Hong Kong. We move to London and then finally to Australia, the far east. So Babdada also becomes happy after seeing the Pandav army and the Shakti army in Australia. Australia at the moment, its brother Ken, many others helping him, and Didi Nirmala, the one who left the body a few months ago. She was the one, the Asia Pacific region. Everyone has made a firm resolve to become a conqueror of Maya. So the whole group is going to challenge, right? All Mahavirs and Mahavirinis, aren't you? Always be happy looking at your destiny. Then many sad souls will also feel happy looking at your happiness. Your happiness will introduce the Father to many. Baba always says this. Dadi Janki also used to say, because once Dadi Janki was sobbing, and then Baba asked her, "Why are you crying?" Mama also asked her, "What's the reason you have started sobbing?" So she said, "Mama, I came into the yagya 1 year later, so I'm feeling very depressed and sad that how will I catch up with all of y'all?" So Baba said, "Arey, everyone's part in the drama is fixed. And if you're sobbing and if you're weak and depressed, you're invoking Maya. So then how will you take a gallop further in your effort?" So Dadi Janki always shares that this day and that day. After that, the well has dried, which means after that I have never sobbed. So Baba is saying that whenever, even if this one effort, if someone makes as a Brahmin, that if you can always remain happy, not showing off your happiness internally, you are sad, and outside you are showing, that doesn't happen like that. It's an internal state. If you are happy from inside, it will show up on your face because the face is the index of the mind. So if I can be happy all the time, my mind being stable, that also itself is a big seva, it's a big service. And my happiness will introduce the Father to many. Therefore, every one of you should become a walking museum. Just as the pictures in the museum give introduction, in the same way, may your Chaitanya picture, you yourself in the living form, give introduction or attainment of the Father to many people. So become serviceable like this. You have good courage. Whatever step you take with courage now, it should be yogic, which means have do service with lot of courage and lot of yoga as well. First, verify. I think there's some translation problem here. First, whether there is a proof of divinity or not. I mean, see whether whatever you are doing, is there a proof of divinity in that, and then keep implementing it. Then you will become an example, and then you can expand your full body, which means your entire garden will be expanded. You will get more quantity souls. Just like you made a bigger bouquet than next year, make it even bigger than the last year. So, whatever kind of situation may arise, the easy way to overcome it is to have Babdada's company. If company is not there, it will be very difficult. No matter how weak someone is, if he's got the support of Almighty, he'll become powerful. Don't think alone that one can do amazing things. Just as the people of the world say that there is a world in each star. So there is no world in those stars. Those means the Lokik stars. They are nothing but right from here. We are looking at them. They are twinkling. But if you go towards each star, it is just khandar. It is just stones and rocks on that star. But Baba is saying, you lucky stars have a world in each star. That is, there is a capital of their own. So now each one of us has to establish his own capital. Capital means Rajdhani. So Bab Dada is happy to see the Kumaris. Kumaris can go ahead in service. Every Kumari should have the aim that she is to become a world server. And this worldly service is just for the sake of purpose. Okay, I think I need to check what this is. What purpose is this? So we're all on worldly service. If we keep this aim, then we will awaken the world by awakening ourselves. This organization of Kumaris can reveal the Father. So in the next year, the stage of world welfare will be set. Good. And Baba is saying, Acha, and this was what I covered before, Guyana and Germany. Trinidad, Tobago, Canada, Leicester, this was all done. So with this, we finished the Murli. I'll stop sharing. And then you all can share after that. You can start sharing whenever you want to. Thanks.
Om Shanti, brother. So I like this point that conqueror of attachment. So Baba thinks don't take yourself responsibility. Think yourself as a child, not an adult. So that thing I want to practice, brother. So I am very much disturbed by this Maya, that is attachment. Om Shanti.
So here Baba says about the confluence stage that we have found the Father. So having found the Father, right, we have to swing in the super senses joy. So we have to enjoy every time, every moment. Because just as there is no sorrow and peacelessness in the golden age. Similarly, having found the Father, we should not experience any sorrow or peacelessness. Another word, Baba says, don't give birth to Maya. So it is us when we become weak. That's when we give birth to Maya. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. No, all these groups and all, when we go through or when we read through, it really gives us a kaleidoscope view of what the service which is happening throughout the world. And rightly enough, in 1978, when world service had just started, we could see what was Babdada's aim in all these regions. course, in most of the cases, he spoke about hair souls, quality souls, knowing about there were such, I think if every place we could really see these kind of jewels. For me, the very special place was Guyana, because often Baba used to speak in his Murlis about Steve uncle and Betty auntie and their daughter Gayatri. Like I have all met Gayatri Ben and I've shared with her how she really came to the Gyan in, if you remember, in 1976, there was said to be a semi-destruction and all. And in 1975, she joined, and how as a UN representative, 1980. So the Guyana family, Steve uncle himself was the vice president. And then when he became a high commissioner of it in India, that's the time when really the Brahma Kumaris in Guyana grew. So I've read these Murlis, personal Murlis, especially the Murli when Steve uncle left his body, I think in 2000, I'm not sure, 2013 or 14. I read how he had really earned his spiritual income through his position as a high commissioner. So each of these places really have a wonderful dot in the service plans of Brahma Kumaris. So Guyana, as you were reading, I think that's a place really which interested me, because still Gayatri Ben is there doing human service to it. Another one is of Germany. Like as you rightly said, Sudesh Ben is there, but I've seen her more out of Germany in India when she was there than in Germany. It's very difficult to really, in these countries, especially when Bhagdada mentioned in the other Murlis, you're working under a foreign government. So to work under a foreign government with our Indian philosophy and to really spread and bring that, it really shows why they need a special concern, a special touch from Bhagdada. So whenever these groups come, especially the foreigners group, I always love to see that quality. Australia was, of course, Bapdada's bosom, I would say. He always liked it because he had a absolute close liking to Didi Nirmala. He also mentioned her in a recent Sakar Murli. So some of these places really, whenever it comes with interest, I used to read. But in today's Murli, it is Guyana which really touched me, and the kind of service which are done by these souls in such countries. And I was just thinking about the concept beyond the service over there. Are they all lost, converted souls, bringing them back to the country? So it's just giving you a kaleidoscope view of all this, the group interaction. Thank you, brother.
Okay, so if all is good, we'll just go into meditation. I'll just share the screen.
Manoj, we have announcement.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
I'll share my screen. So this Sunday, we have a master class coming up by Sister B.K. Vinodini Chivasamy, Senior Rajyoga teacher from Los Angeles. Sunday, 7th January, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. So this is going to be about Divine Father. The topic will be Divine Father as your friend. So this flyer will be sent in will be shared in WhatsApp group. So if you wish to share it with other Brahmins, you feel free to do that and let them also benefit out of it. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Okay, so let's sit back. We have revised over the past 3 days, 14th Feb 78. A lot of masala, a lot of things which Baba has said. Let's try to experience a few of them today as well. Ask yourself this question: am I experiencing supersensuous joy while walking, talking, moving around in the Lokik world, doing my job, or at home? What is supersensuous joy for me? Ask yourself. Complete stability of the mind equates to supersensuous joy. Am I able to remain stable in all situations, come what may? That is the supersensuous joy of the confluence age. Next, let us look at the service which I am able to do. As Baba said, happiness, the treasure of happiness which each one of us has within us, itself can reveal Baba. My happy face and a stable mind will give introduction to the world about the Father. So ask yourself, am I happy in all situations? And let me have a subtle check today now, that what is it that makes me lose my happiness every now and then? What are the things? What are the triggers? What are those buttons which people press which make me forgo my happiness? Let me identify those triggers and work on them. Because they are a big source of energy drain. So, with these two thoughts, one of being in super sensuous joy at confluence and using the treasure of happiness all the time. Let me explore and experiment with these two qualities the entire day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Yes, announcement for this Sunday, that is 7th January. We have a session by BK Sister Vinotini Sivaswamy. She's a senior Raj Yogi teacher from Los Angeles. And the topic for the day is Divine Father as your friend. So request all of you to join on this day and share these words to other Brahmin family. Thank you to Father. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a lovely day.